Hello and welcome to ever happen to stumble upon this video or come back to my channel. Hi, my name is Dana and I'm very happy to have you here today. So today I wanted to share with you guys some bullet journal spread ideas on how to incorporate self-care in your bullet journal. So in 2021, one of the things I really want to focus on is spending some more time on myself and self-care, because I feel like in the past that has definitely been something that I have neglected. So starting off, I came up with some different tracker ideas, and I wanted this to be a bit different than like a traditional habit tracker because I don't want it to become like a chore for me, something I feel like I have to do every single day, because I don't think self-care should be like that. I think it should kind of be something where you take a little bit of time maybe each week for yourself. So for the first option, I made it super simple. I just put a box for each week, and then I left a space for you to write what you did for yourself that week that you consider self-care. And for my example, I included all of these different tracker ideas onto one spread, but you could put them on your habit tracker spread, mood tracker, calendar, anything that works for you. So for this next one, I made it a little bit more detailed, still with the same idea where there's one column per week, but this time I did a bunch of boxes and I wrote out different self-care ideas of things that you could do. So for me, I wrote out like reading a book, doing a puzzle, doing a face mask, calling a friend, things like that. So for you, you could write down anything that you consider to be self-care, and then each week you could cross off any of the things that you did. So here's a little look at what this tracker would look like and how you could hypothetically fill it out. Next up, I did more of like a doodly idea for those of you who like to add more drawings into your bullet journal. So for this one, I did color when I take time for myself. And for my example, I just drew a bunch of flowers, but you can do whatever fits into your theme. So for example, my monthly theme was little wintry doodles for January. So I could have drawn little mittens and then fill one in every time I take time for myself. Speaking of January, if you want to check out my January plan with me, I will have that link down below along with my whole bullet journal playlist, because at this point I have a ton of bullet journal videos out, so if you need more inspiration, check there. And this tracker is super simple, you would just color them in. So if you are someone who likes this idea but aren't really a big doodly person, I made another option where you could just do one column of little boxes, and then you can kind of decide what works for you. If you want to set it as if you spend X amount of time on an activity for yourself, so fill it in for every 15 minutes that you read, or if it's just that you did self-care that day. So those were all of the tracker options. So my next spread is a things to do when I feel down spread. So I think a big aspect of self-care is not just like your daily maintenance of things that you do to make yourself feel good, like reading a book or doing a face mask and doing things you enjoy, but it's also knowing things that you can do when you aren't feeling as great. So this is a good spread you can do at any time to kind of have to flip back to. So for mine, I put things that I could watch, listen to, people I could talk to, and things that I could do with friends. So as you'll see, I'll show you guys what I put when I filled it out. So for watch, the first thing, of course, I put was YouTube. I love to sit down and watch some YouTube. For some reason, I cannot commit to watching a television show, but I can sit and watch 15-minute YouTube videos for like 6 hours. Next up, I put New Girl. That's like my total comfort show. I finished the whole thing, but I love to just throw on an episode here and there. Westworld is the show I'm currently working on, and Dexter is a show I want to rewatch. So for listen, I put podcasts. First up, Crime Junkie. Love a good crime podcast. I also have Very Really Good, which is Curtis Connor. He's a YouTuber, his podcast. And then the Sierra Unfiltered podcast, Sierra Schultze. I know her podcast is finished, but I just started listening to it, so there are a lot of episodes for me. Talk to, I just put some friends and family members I like to talk to when I'm feeling down. So with friends, that can kind of be a hard one right now because obviously you can't really get together with friends, so I put a social distance walk. If it's safe for you to do so and meet up with a friend and wear your masks and take a walk, that's an awesome choice. Have a Zoom catch-up sesh. Me and my friends have been loving to do that lately. And lastly, I wrote scribble.io. That is a super fun website me and my friends like to go on, and you basically play Pictionary with each other. It's super, super fun. Okay, so for my next one, I did a Today I Feel page, and I think it's really important. A big aspect of self-care is just really checking in on yourself and seeing how you're doing. And you can use this either for physical health, mental health, whatever you really want to be checking in on, or both. So as an example of both, I just wrote, I had a headache, I was feeling stressed and tired. Or if you had a great day, you could write, I had a great day, I was super happy. So these are just examples. You can really write whatever you're feeling when you do your little self-check-in. Okay, and as you see, a magical piece of paper appeared on my other page. It was because I made a spelling mistake, but that is okay. I think adding in little pieces of paper makes your bullet journal look really cute, and it's a super easy way to fix mistakes. But my next spread is a gratitude and affirmation spread. This is something I was kind of testing out at the end of 2020, and I think it's a really good thing you could do for your self-care, to just take some time to think about things you appreciate in your life and things you appreciate about yourself. So again, I gave two separate options. The first one, I just did 5 things I am grateful for and 5 things I love about myself. And you could do this on your monthly calendar spread, you could do this on a weekly spread, or you could just toss one of these into your bullet journal whenever you feel like you needed it. So I went through and I filled mine out, and I wrote that I was grateful for my family, my relationships and friendships, my dogs, my education, and my health. And these are kind of bigger things, but for a while I was doing this on a daily basis, and I would just try and pick out like one little thing that I was grateful for that day. So like if I took a really nice bath with a bath bomb, I could put, I'm grateful for bath bombs, and it can be anything like super superficial or something on like a big deep level. Similarly, with your affirmations, you could write things about your physical appearance that you like or things about your personality. So for mine, I wrote that I loved my resilience, my passion, my hair, my empathy for others, and my art ability and creativity. I tossed in another little piece of paper to match my other one on the top of the spread, but another way you could do this tracker if you were interested is you could do it as a daily thing. So you could add this in where you're doing a monthly setup of any month, you could do it every month, and you just do once a day, you write something that you're grateful for and something that you love about yourself. So I wrote, I am beautiful, and while doing this setup, I was feeling grateful for my art supplies, so that was what I wrote. Alright, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys liked these spreads and you use them to incorporate some self-care into your new year. If you recreate any of them, you can tag me on my Instagram, art or personal. They will both be tagged down below.